hang on. Oh, there we go. Alright. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, Meowworth, you're here! Alright, so hey, we're playing Ace Attorney once again. We have to finish this case soon. This case is so long! But hopefully we get it done. Let me know if the volume... I say this at the beginning of like every single stream, but let me know if the volume is good. Because I'm always messing with it. And the volume of my voice as well. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that SL9 incident was just another name for Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. Goldie, these thumbnails, man? Hey. Yeah, you know, where do I get these thumbnails from? It's a mystery. Long time no see? What do you mean? What happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh, it's kicking off. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what do you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. Also, the reason why I wasn't in the last stream, I had a really bad cold. Yeah, that sucks so hard. I had a cold the week before, funnily enough. You gave your sickness to you? Oh my gosh. No, legit. Goldie, we've all been sick. Like, this whole week, we've been absolutely sick. Like, the lot of us. It's crazy. What? He tried to kill you? Also, the little new profile pic I have is art made by me. Oh, is it? I can't see it that well. I'll take a look at it later, though. That's cool. Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. Oh, wow. Just talk to her about it. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from somewhere. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Also, Roblox's new Christmas event is hard AF. Yeah? Apparently everyone in the Discord was playing either Genshin or Cookie Run Kingdom or whatever. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. You're struggling hard to complete it? Jeez. Cookie Run is peak, is it? Chat, don't make me get into mobile games. You can make me get into Genshin, but I ain't doing mobile games, please. What I saw then, a burned permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? After the incident, I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why Lana... Why she made up the crime? Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. It's called Winter Spotlight. Bro, A-Dee CRK is on computers, I think. Oh, is it? Well, still, it still has, like, the mobile game status, you know? Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known as he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could just have testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not even know it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. Get Resident Evil or mouthwashing? Chat. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of the poor girl. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of the poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. What? Your cat bit you hard? No! When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. Man, what is this girl yapping about? We don't know. But you gotta pay attention, because it's probably important. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Something puzzling? There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why, then, would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Make you a coffee lady? What does that even mean? Honestly, you can play up Investigation Duology after the first trilogy. Investigations Duology. What is that? I don't know what that is. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective's office and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Please tell me somebody is paying attention in this chat, because I'm not. Across the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? I better have another talk with her. Okay, sounds like we're going to Lana. Detention center. 2 games? Also, the fan game Contempt of Court's last case is literally better than some of the official cases. My goodness. Sometimes I'm feeling like I'm not going to be able to finish this case. I much less play any fan games. Lana, Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Alright, let's talk to her. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believe in you, Lana. I believe no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. Psycho locks? What is that? I don't know what that is. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said? About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why don't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. She's never looked to the right like that before. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. Oh, look at her. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked on the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. Really? They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Also, once I found recordings on my tablet of one of them, a recording of you and your friend finding a shipwreck in Minecraft. Going back and looking at old recordings is wild. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about the investigations of theirs 2 years ago. Posted some of them if you want to check them out. Oh, really? Yeah, I might have a look. Two years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation led was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office, the same investigations. They even had the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case was Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place, when he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was dying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. First one at the scene? Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall left their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. I should take videos of you doing impressions and send them to acting agencies. Are you talking to Goldie or are you talking to me? That's where you found me. So you were the first person to run into the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. Also, you may need to know some important stuff about Ace Attorney 4 and 5. Really? Well, I haven't even finished the trilogy yet. Well, I don't know if that's that important right now. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect Joe Dark. Yo, to you, A-Dee, you're doing impressions. I always love doing Bones, get out of there with that RE talk. Yeah, no, I love doing voices. It's great. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall was struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. Bones, we need Leon and Ada? No. Do you want to know important stuff about the second trilogy? No, not yet, not yet. I'll get to that when I get to that. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her. After all her sister must have gone through. Bones, yes. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to the extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark in the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I've said this yet, but it was absolutely Wesker and not Weskner. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Okay, so now we gotta go to the chief's office. Which is where? Probably here first, right? Only daddy here is Neuvillette. What? End of story? I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Oh, okay. So I guess I don't gotta come here yet. How is this guy free to go? Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things would turn out the way they did when I woke up this morning. Que sera sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Please give it a chance. Heard somebody talking about Resident Evil? Dad. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. Jill Sandwich? What the heck's a Jill Sandwich? It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but I know you can't go to the evidence room today, partner. But, Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Jill Valentine is my girl? What? New Vivi, it's gonna be all Resident Evil talk for a while. I'm sorry. That's what it's looking like. Why do prosecutors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was this one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. When RE0 stream? I'm sorry, I don't know. Like, legit, I know. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do, because I know what game I'm playing after this game ends. But after that game, what I'm probably gonna do is hold a vote. And then just let the fans decide. Alright. Dark Trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me, neither. All the detectives thought so. A-Dee, your best friend, want RE soon? That... my best friend? What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's... Oh, that was Joe Dark's all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. Where's Resident Evil 8 stream? Are you kidding me? I'd have to play 0 through 7 first. I like going in order. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, the possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. He showed me RE6. Yeah, Bones. I showed her the RE6 gameplay that you and me did. I think I told you about it already. Technically, you already played some Resident Evil 6 with me? Yeah. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? I knew it. What are you looking at me? What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Scars? Bones, he barely knew what was happening in RE6. He was like a toddler? Hey! On training wheels? Yeah, kinda. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? New VV, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. So they were careful enough not to be obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant and Skye? The investigation led Damon Gant and his second-in-command, Lana Skye. When's Resident Evil Revelations 2 stream? What even is that? I don't know what that is. Is that the new one or something? There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both their careers. After that case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone knew her said so. Everyone who knew her said so. Bless New Vivi. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different than she was a detective when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret, it all started 2 years ago. It's gonna be multiplayer? Whoa. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one more thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is between Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6? What the heck? So it's like a Resident Evil 5.5, essentially. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. You're scared for A-Dee to play RE4? Why? The bosses? But someone else was the one who gave him the evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Huh. I guess back to the Criminal Affairs Department? Or should we examine this? Blue Badger still wriggling around today? Oh god, not the music again. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing about like crazy since the other day. God damn it, my messages aren't showing up. Oh! No, Goldie, what have you been saying? Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. What? Batteries? Why? No, I want to dust it. Fingerprint set? Oh, I can't use it on just whatever I want? Dang, that sucks. Ada's new actor was scary? I guess Criminal Affairs Department then. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. Jeez. The chat system hates me. Well, why are those coming through and the other ones not then? About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around the Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Oh, come on. Why'd you have to speak? Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the Chief's office. What, they're just gonna let us? Alright, Chief's office, let's go. The heck is this place? Apple, dude, what's your favorite Resident Evil? No, I don't... Goldie, do you play Resident Evil? New Vivi, if you're still around, I love you. This is a RE chat now, Lama. They'll run out of steam eventually, Navivi, don't worry. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least, that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take an organ lessons in kindergarten, but they used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me. Oh my goodness. I never could remember where C was. Hmm? Oh, there he is. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's proactive statement. Proactive statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence. 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? Stuck between RE0... You know what? Goldie's probably trying to type right now and can't. I wonder what's going on. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. I know! The vase! The vase! Photo of the award ceremony of... Okay. The vase! Is he gonna say something? Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Aw, come on. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Yeah, the vase! It's like, it's the one that broke or whatever. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us to looking around in there. Vase? You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Here maybe? No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case, but instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. You can break the vase, and sometimes there is ammo or green... Wait. Are we talking about the same vase? Hang in there, Lana. Gotta find all these answers by tomorrow. High Prosecutor's Office? Maybe we talk to Edgeworth? February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee? He took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. Guess we'll just have to come back later. Oh, come on. Nubibi, we love you. Goldie, we love you too. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe back to the detention center? No. Criminal affairs. Oh, okay. Back here. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in the meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you two seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Okay, we can talk to him. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Anna Sky is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who didn't like him. But now, with this... Are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that old joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problem with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all that pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Tell us about the SL9 incident? Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during the final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Me? It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. The murder weapon? Alright, let's do that after Dark's crimes. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day, on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So, it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed the accident, then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Jeez! Then, a jogger came upon the scene and finally was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Oh my goodness! Dude's a monster! Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence, so he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. A-Dee, when you played Resident Evil Dating Simulator, that's not a thing, I don't think. That's not a thing. Please someone tell me that's not a thing. Oh, that's a thing. I mean, that's not a thing. What? It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. Yes? Nah. You're having a laugh. That's not a thing. That last witness, aka Emma. Okay, I gotta present him the murder weapon, which was this, I think? Come on, A-Dee, find your true love. No, what are you on about? I'm not playing Resident Evil dating sim. What the heck? About this. Hey, is that... It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. Ellie, welcome. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car's murder. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? Please, A-Dee, play the dating sim? No. We have a laundry list of games I've got to get through. And I gotta tell you, that dating sim doesn't seem like anything that should be on the list. A-Dee could be on there? Well, then it sounds like you need to be playing it, not me. That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too. You need a cardboard cutout of both? Oh my goodness. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it. Inside his own body. Don't pester him to play games? No, it's okay. They can tell me to play games, but they shouldn't expect me to actually... Because you throw out thousands of games at me constantly. Like, I'm so slow. I can only play once a week, and it's a slow process. I'll get to some of them eventually. I look for body pillows. Oh god. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Neil's autopsy report added to the court record. Okay, stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Okay. Ellie, what's your favorite Resident Evil? Oh god. Chat. Stop popping off. Well, there you have it, in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out now, and his office is locked, but we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? You know what Resident Evil is? Probably, maybe a good thing. They're about to bomb you with knowledge, though. I feel like. But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh? So in other words, Gumshoe is the only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Okay, I gotta present him with something. Maybe this? Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep that in mind. Sheesh. This? About that jar, I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the Chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that? Where could I have seen that before? Last of Us stream? I've played Last of Us before. But it wasn't very good. Not the game. I mean, my playthrough of it. I don't know what evidence I could show him. Oh, this maybe? When Days Gone stream? Chat. Please. I've been studying up on these files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation to think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. Life is Strange? I'm pretty sure Bones is a big Life is Strange fan as well. But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Oh, come on! That wasn't it? When's Astrobot stream? Chat, please. I don't think there's anything I could show him. I could... Or maybe... No? Am I meant to show him something? This is when I would want... I need Nuvivi's help, but y'all scared poor Nuvivi away. Detroit Become Human stream? That one probably... Because y'all like Detroit Become Human so much, that one's probably coming down the pipeline at some point. Because it seemed like that y'all were excited for that one. Okay, I don't know. I guess we gotta go. We gotta leave. Wow, I've never heard of any of these games before. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's... Yeah, in the Discord we have a bunch of games, it's true. There's a whole, like, section that they have where, of games that I'm gonna get to eventually. But like I said, we'll hold a vote eventually. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What? What are you doing here? When's mouthwashing stream? It's... Oh, yeah, worth. Outlast trial stream with your buddy Bones? I wish I had more time. He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. You're sorry, A-Dee? You feel bad? No, it's fine, you're good. What I feel bad for is Nuvivi. I'm afraid Nuvivi might have left. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Alright, Edgeworth, let's talk about forged evidence. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact. But you don't know, did you? But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. The fact remains that the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work, so tell me why. Why has it all come to this? You want to see me scared? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. All we have to do is finish this case, and I can move on to something else, chat. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First, last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. When's BO6 campaign stream? That one I'm not doing. I'm playing that one privately. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture, something seems strange about it. Day of the crime? Could you tell us again about what happened that day? Class of 09? Just don't know what that is. The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up in the office that morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh, yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes. It was a piece of evidence in that case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. You missed the Stanley Parable? So, you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Could you... No, no! No! I clicked on the wrong thing! Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. I think I have to present him with something. This, maybe? This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He just had started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken down... Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding... It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. You remember what? That was what official prosecutor's trophy looked like 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Deadpool stream? Is that a game? King of Prosecutors Trophy. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? The chest things are red and blue? Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Oh, story time? Wait, is this important? Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Cuphead stream? Yo, I played the crap out of Cuphead. There'd be nothing entertaining to... Yeah, you played Cuphead? Yeah, there'd be nothing entertaining to see. I played them all. I mean, I could do like a modded Cuphead stream, but... I don't know. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. When the return to Fall Guys stream? That one's definitely not happening. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Half-Life stream? No, I've played Half-Life. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant. Oh, what? Updated. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, given its current form? Why is that important? What on earth? Alright, well, I think that's all of us all done talking to Edgeworth here. Come on, A-Dee Astrobot. Chat, we have to finish this one first, please. Excuse me. How did it win? We have no idea. We have no clue. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Miss Star, I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are a curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk? Oh god. Well, still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Derail Valley? Just don't know what that is. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to a mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Starr's hatred toward Lana, it all dates back to 2 years ago. Well, I guess I have to talk to her. Dark investigation. I'm just asking everybody about this bloody dark investigation. Joe Dark, that's a name I'll not soon forget. That poor cow, yeah. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. After case closed. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties, most without even so much as an explanation. Then, Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Farmer Simulator stream? Oh my gosh. I've actually played that game, funny enough. Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Legendary duo? Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. You don't want to go to your shift tomorrow? Oh, I'm sorry. At least you have the week off, right? I assume the rest of the week after? He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh, yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh, yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. Well, for the holidays, people want to give animals? Giving a pet as a present during the holidays? I don't know about that. Like, cause you're given a commitment, you know? Like, you're given, like, here's this pet as a gift. Now take care of it. And, you know, what if they're not even good owners? We don't know. Stardew Valley stream? I love Stardew Valley! But, you know, you can't, I don't know. Would people even want to see that? She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Most people want dogs and are cats and don't get picked up now. Aww. Mr. Marshall, when Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Star. Oh, A-Dee doesn't like pets as gifts? Yikes, A-Dee, don't check your P.O. box. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. You live cats? Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief... That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. Aw, Bones, you're my bud? Bones? The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how did he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her to change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create a fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Interesting. Yeah, Hella is Bones' pet dog, and she is cute. I'll say that. What breed is she, Bones? I'm pretty sure I know, but just to make sure. You used to perch outside and watch the birds outside? Oh, you're back! You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. Pomsky? I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene of the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. The way A-Dee knew? Oh, because Bones talks about Hella all the time, and Hella appears in Bones' videos and stuff. So ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forget my secret number a lot too. I'm scared myself. But hey, but I'm me after all. What could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. She's a Pomsky, which is a husky breed. She just looks like a baby husky. Oh, yeah, okay. So I thought she was a husky. But yeah, she did definitely look a bit different than a bog standard husky, I guess. Okay. Maybe because I have to present him something. So maybe... I have no idea. They all bite me? I don't know what to do here. Did you show him the murder weapon? I did. And he gave me this. I could show him it again, but I don't think... Why is he breathing so much? Oh, wrong button. About this... Hey, is that... Yeah. Okay, we did do all that already. Yeah. And that gave us... Yeah. So nothing new. Well, they always bite me because of stuff. Yeah. Some of us like to puff out our chest when we talk, A-Dee. Oh, because look at him. He's just breathing a lot. I don't know, it's weird. Let's try... Oh, we already were here. Move. And I can't... Yeah, I can't go. He's a mouth breather, Lamau. Me when I have a cold. Maybe there's something I need to present to her? Talk? No. Present? This, maybe? I don't have anything else to tell you. I'm a star. The only thing I can give you now is a poppy seed rice set. Let's talk about cheap. Eat this, and maybe you'll be able to tell black from white in court tomorrow. This? No. I'm just guessing at this point. This? Nope. This is my last guess? No. Dang it. It's time I think about becoming a streamer. Okay, hang on. So much less editing? Yo, ain't wrong. Maybe, because maybe there's something I have to present to him? You know it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere, like on a shelf. That has no meaning for me anymore. What do you mean, anymore? That's who I was last year. What good is it to dwell on the past? He's asking me? Why can't he just accept it graciously? Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look, did you notice anything different? Different? Yeah, you don't remember? The other shield in the court record. I guess I'd better present this other shield. Wait, what? Other shield in the court record? Wait, what other shield? The other one had a sharp thing on it? Wait, what do you... Wait, what? Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? Okay, so that's not... The photo? Oh, I swear I presented it already, though. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes, the trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? Bones, I just finished that short. That was the official prosecutor's trophy. Looked like that was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. Jeez, that's hard to say. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Oh wait, no, wait. We've heard that already. We heard that already. Yeah, I had presented it to him already. He won such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch? Yeah, you don't think he wanted to show the thing off more than a giant steel samurai? Breaking news: A-Dee doesn't like butter on toast. I've just never had it. I don't know if I don't necessarily dislike it. I just never had it. What is it? This is the King of Prosecutors Award, right? Of course it is. You know that. It's fake? I saw something today that looked like this somewhere. Something that looked like that? Yeah, only different. Now, where was that? She's right. Something's amiss here. Maybe I should show Edgeworth that item. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling onto the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. Didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Wright. What? I feel as if something inside me has died. But, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. A-Dee, have you seen The Princess Bride? I have not. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Edgeworth discarded letter of resignation. He's serious. He's serious! Oh. So, damn. I'm so sorry. Why did Navivi have to leave? Y'all scared. Y'all scared him. Show it to Gumshoe? As soon as I find Gumshoe. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? I should probably save too. No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far! Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was a I thought it was cold. Ice cold too, but I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective? That's it. I've made up my mind. But, here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, he wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Have I seen Ghostbusters 1 through 4? I have not seen a single Ghostbusters movie. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake! Alright, detective. Thank you. Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into pocket. A police department ID card allows access to areas of PD open to detectives. Oh, goodness. A-Dee, you never saw Wizard of Oz? No, there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. A-Dee, you sad child? I haven't seen these things. I'm sorry. Alright, back to the office. Without Gant this time. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Oh, we're in. We're in, chat. We're in! If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Eek! Ah! But A-Dee, there's something strange in your neighborhood? Is there? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? We just talked with him. I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID card crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. What? Why? Why didn't we just give it back to him? Hey, you don't do that to my card. Yeah, for real. I thought you'd see it because it's always been out. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't watch movies, chat. In color and in black and white? Oh my gosh. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself.
Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really don't want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Alright, let's examine around, because this is a brand new area. There's a safe! That's pretty interesting.
This is a safe, isn't it?
Safe? Or, this is safe, isn't it?
Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue.
Oh, okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I might just know what it is. Input number?
Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's...
Uh-oh. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Input code? Oh, God. You have no social skills? Who are you talking to? You talking to me? Is it this? Yo. Does that mean that Gant is 77777? Bingo. What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal?
77777, the final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day.
You mean 7777777? That ID number?
Yes, A-Dee, you're clueless. Why am I clueless? I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah.
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
Because you don't know the game board called Clue? I know about it, I just haven't played it. Look, it's, Oh, it's the last piece of the vase!
A shard from a broken cup!
This looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here, too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. What is this? This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so. Like, I'm younger, but not much if you think about it. Well, I don't know how old you are, and... Well, I guess you do know how old I am.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now.
A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup.
It's from a vase. They look like pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. Well, yeah, we can... Can I talk to you? Okay, present the vase. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? You're deaf older than 80? Like your younger brother that just doesn't watch TV?
I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days.
It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't that ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found?
You mean this one?
That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Assemble fragments? Yo! Then 80, what do you do all day? I friggin' edit and work and crap. And, you know, other stuff. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can put this piece together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. God, zombies. Are you out filming for a movie? Chat. What? What are you on about? There we go. Alright, vase complete. Look at that. There! It fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in this safe. That other stuff sounded creepy, but okay. What? In other words, he's concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But, hey guys, get a load of this!
What is it?
This piece you just attached, it's different from the others.
What? There's a reddish line on it. It's upside down? What? A reddish line? That's blood.
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe?
Unstable jar updated in the court record. Evidence from SL9 incident. Final fragments found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. Interesting. Okay, we should talk to him. It looks wonky. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Oh my gosh, we have to, oh my gosh, there's so much to see in this room. Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana on that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now?
No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
That's a strange reason to leave it there.
He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
I see. So, ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk.
No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of those SL9... It's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, it's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind, don't worry about it.
Okay, now then, let's have a look a bit more.
Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy.
Huh? What is it?
When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go like that.
Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you?
You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
Well, he very clearly is. What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? You got a fever? You might be able to stay home? Yay! Wait, no, that's not good. No, that's not good. You having a fever is not a good thing. Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet.
There you go, ignoring me again.
Okay. I think I have to present him with something else, though. Another piece of evidence, but I don't know what. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading on his desk. Oh. I wonder what he was reading.
This looks like a list of evidence.
A list of evidence?
In most cases, this list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case name. Huh?
SL9 incident. I wonder what this was doing here.
I know, but I don't need to see those mean rich people. We like staying home, but fever not good, yeah. Hold on, detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what...
No, about the evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long?
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-size list of evidence. A half-size list of evidence? The list of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. Yeah, I get them a lot during the winter because I don't have a good coat. Oh! Oh my gosh, that's awful! You gotta get yourself a good coat! What would the other half of the list be doing here? A-Dee, go into... Is that true? New trophy just dropped? Well, what do you gotta do? Just like hop on and that's it? And you get it? Because I'd be all about it if it's that. But if I gotta do something, I might not. Get this people a puffy coat. I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. Evidence list added to the court record. Can I actually look at it? List of evidence in the SL9 incident was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. Interesting. This is a real deal, isn't it? Armor and these weapons?
Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ,
now this armor? Do you know how many taxpayers' dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay.
Shh! Be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief might be hiding in this armor as we speak.
I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
Yes, just hop on the community completed event. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, then I'll all about it. I'll do it. I don't know if right after the stream, though. The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold.
Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department.
That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. So this is the bad part? What?
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for ringing in their ears.
So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. You have certain textures? What? But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway.
That's besides the point. You only like silk? Oh. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean.
Does Lana ever come
back here?
No, Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of her partnership. They were the stuff the legends are made of.
Does he keep it in memory of her or the memory of the crime? There's so much to see! These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out before she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture of a frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is where Lana and I went to the theme park. What about hefty coat with a silk lining? This was taken on that day 2 years ago. If you can find one? The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma.
After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later.
Gee, you think? It's not like a 40 to 60? I'm curious about this desk. What if, wow, look at the size of, okay, yeah. What if because I want to dust this desk for fingerprints. Or not dust, but, spray the luminol testing fluid. Just, I don't know, what if there was blood here? Okay, that was worth a check. None there. Oh! Well, yeah, because the murder happened here, so I guess that makes sense. Whoa! This area must have been covered in blood. This is from that incident? It must be, when Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. It's so bad you cut your hair so it won't touch your back? What? But you have curly hair, so that... Huh. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull. So a murder really did take place in here. Okay, I know I have to present... No! Dang it. I know I have to present Gumshoe with something. But I don't know what. Let's see. I know it has to be evident. Maybe this? That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know when we first came in here? Yeah, it looked like the right side of the form's been torn off. So, Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half of the whole thing.
Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of the form, pal.
The back? Wait, what? When it's wet, so you can brush it, it's itchy? Oh. Alright, wait, how do I rotate this thing? Let's see. What the heck? I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about this for now. Huh? Oh no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? Because it's so long when it's wet because of shortage? I better not forget about this. I better not forget about this picture. That's interesting. This? If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you any information, so that's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, Detective. We don't want you to share your information, though. Who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with. Ah, got it. To stay positive. Okay, maybe... I know... you like silk press? I know I'm supposed to present something to him. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So, you want to take some fingerprints? It's expensive? Yeah. Just to get it done? That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, I'll go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where'd your sense of humor? Oh, we're gonna dust it. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth, then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. 60 to 100? My goodness. You had long hair during COVID? Oh, chat. Oh, we're dusting again. Okay, surely that's enough. Finally. Maybe I'll get this middle area too. Alright, please be enough. Yay! I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. They're all smudged? I gotta try different fingers? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be here all day! Wait, that one was the index finger, right? Man bun? You like man buns? Yeah, they can look good. Please, 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 please. Yay! But it doesn't match Gant. Then who's... Oh. Really? Comparison complete. Match found? Emma, it's your own fingerprints? No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be dark prints. Psst. Hey, you! Over here! We need to go get some medicine soon.
What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth added to the court record. Okay. Found in Chief Gant's safe. Evidence of something, but what? Bears Emma Sky's prints. That's weird. Yeah, Bones is a big motorcycle person. Well, was it I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Oh, God. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Gant! Oh, God, no! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking into my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. As much as I like getting days off, I don't like high fevers. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. No! You won't be needing it anymore. No! Sir? Gumshoe's fired? No, get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You, with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright? We're leaving Emma and Gumshoe's fired? Look, pal, I've been told, if I've told you, look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, the chief's office is off limits. A-Dee, are you ready for spiders with shoes? I am ready for spiders with shoes. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Hey, anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. What just happened to why? Gumshoe got fired is what happened. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her for some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Oh, really? February 24th, detention center. Visitors room. Why am I here? I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. The final day, chat! Is it possible that I finish this case today? That would be amazing! I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I've finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Talk to me, Lana. Love the voice chat, but you also hate it? Why? I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not like it that you're unwilling to tell the truth. You're leaving, Meowworth? Never mind. Okay.
That's when it hit me that you're not willing to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. You need to go get some medicine? And what an intriguing notion. A certain individual what an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? Bye, Malworth! A-Dee already has 3 doors. What? So, you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposed to be frightened of. What is this person's name? Aw, crap. Probably Gant, right? Well, Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would you try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before the Board of Inquiry for what you did, specifically hiding and forging evidence. Of course, there are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of the investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. This? I just found this in a safe in the Chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than the Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Uh-oh. Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Are you kidding me? Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. In the murder of Detective Goodman. In the murder of Detective Goodman? Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders? Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. Oh my gosh! Well then she is guilty! You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Well, she's not guilty, but she was going to be, well, just as I suspected. She's telling me this all in front of a police officer. She could literally, despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife that was stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. Oh god! Well, she's guilty of something then. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. A star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? Dark's knife. It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that. by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. She's accused of doing the stabbing, the initial stabbing. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in the scarf, and you hid it, and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right then, I called my sister. So tell her what happened. So to tell her what happened and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. Is this done? No, it is not done. Unfortunately. But we're getting close, though. We are getting so close. Nuvivi, it's so good to see you back. I'm sorry that the RE talk made you do one. But it's over now. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to the patrolman, Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust, or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman. She knows everything! Oh my goodness! He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seemed he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. I don't know what game you're playing next, A-Dee. It's a surprise, but I'll tell you something later. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and as an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Nuvivi, we found out why she's taken the blame. It's because Gant told her to, which is absolutely ridiculous and dumb of her. Tomorrow's trial, there's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. This whole case is dumb. Ugh. To be continued. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, so close I can taste it. I'm not playing this case in 2025, chat. It's not happening. I'm finishing it this year. 100%. If I don't finish it today, I'm finishing it next week. And like, I don't care if I have to do a 12-hour stream next week. I am finishing this case no matter what. I am not doing this in the new year. I'm starting a new game in the new year. I am not finishing this case in the new year. But for right now, I have to go. I have to go to the bathroom. 12-hour stream. You say now, relax. Yeah, it's just if I have to. If I have to, I'm not gonna do it intentionally. But right now, I gotta go to the bathroom. But I'll be back. Let me put a little music for you though. 1 second. New Eevee, it's your favorite. There you go. All right, I'll be right back. Did you say ugly cat? Ugly cat? That's my girl May Borowski. You can't be dissing May like that. Come on now. Come on now. Alright. Alright. Oh, is this the home stretch? Is this it? This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Oh. Edgeworth! Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 77777 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. Hey, Yoon! 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much, but that's why I came here, to hear what you had to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. Jeez. This is it. Oh, wrong button. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Okay. Yoon? How you doing in the chat? We were just finishing up this case. I was reading manga when Nubibi read to me about the stream. Aw, thanks, Nubibi. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. And we're near the end of this trial. Which means, hopefully, I might get to play something new soon. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. What? Chief Gant. There he is. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, A-Dee, been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is with my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. You think you've seen this before? I really like Dan, so I started reading it and it's good. Manga feels like it's a fever dream. New Evie, do you read any manga? I mean, clearly you do. I don't know why I'm asking. I'm pretty sure you do. But, you know. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Yes, you read a lot. Are there like different types of manga? Like surely there's different like manga genres, right? What's this all about, defendant? I haven't watched Dan, but it looks very sus. I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial.
Yo.
Trust its peak? Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman. Lana, what are you doing? In the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! There's a lot of genres I will info dump later if you want me to. Sure, yeah, I'm all about it. You might even get me to read something. Might. I don't know. I'm already currently in the middle of stuff, so... You know. No promises. You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea! In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. What?! But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. What?! The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation.
Why do these witnesses always bring rights into this?
Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation.
What?
Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. Even if Mr. Wright...
I should save.
Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
It did save automatically a little while ago, so actually, I think I'm good. This can't be happening.
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant...
No way it's over. There's no way it's over. One moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Don't repeat past mistakes, A-Dee. No, we're not getting softlocked. I'll tell you that right now. We're not getting softlocked. Don't worry. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut? I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer your naive little boy you would have me to be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me that some kind of deal is struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh? To whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant?
Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Uh-oh. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Okay. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is. A-Dee, what's up?
Well, okay then.
He sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. That one cat game we saw on the awards that was like Stray? Yeah, I remember. I don't remember the name of it, but I remember I know what you're talking about. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. Apparently it was made by an AI. You're having a laugh. Is that true? It's bound to lead the truth. It's bound to lead lead to the truth behind this trial. Two years ago, I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and then stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Yes, it's like a big thing. Let me check again.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
You're back, you're getting a drink? Hey, welcome back. I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
All right. Um, 2 years ago. Let's go. I'm pressing on everything. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second in command under the Deputy Chief of Police, Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair.
I believe they shared the same office. So the creators are saying it wasn't made by AI, but people are saying otherwise? That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Skye and Gant's office. So, you keep bringing up AI Minecraft, but like, that video you sent is like, what even is that? I don't even know what I was looking at. Stop with AI Minecraft? No! Oh no! You knows about AI Minecraft! There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Neil Marshall rescued me. Uh-oh. Oh! Screwed that up. Oh my gosh. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. I think lobotomy feels like AI Minecraft. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when the Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just the lightning flashed again outside. AI Minecraft scares you? That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more or stop? Oh, obviously hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, that was so scary about this trial. That's what was so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw. Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew this picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask about the picture? This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seemed to have been lost. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right? Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can see it now, whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? But I did draw it, I swear. I'm just not imagining it. This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again. Well, anyway, let's continue. This scene that imprinted an image in your mind. Can you please describe it to us? The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. That must have been a real shock. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly. Tell us, what were you doing at the moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage. When lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark, I was thrown aside, and the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. Emma doesn't have any reason to lie, but Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. Okay. Let's save, first of all. And now it's contradiction time. Let's see. Evidence list of SL9 incident was ripped in half. No. It's this. Stabbed in the back, died from a puncture heart. Oh, stabbed in the back! Oh, this right here! Wow. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, but it can't...
What?
Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
Wait, what? Ugh, I must be on the wrong track. Wait, I screwed that up? A-Dee, how did you get that wrong? Well, it says right here. Wait. I guess that was a different thing. Let's see. Witness Lana Sky, Emma Sky. No, maybe that's not relevant. I don't think... This? The witness's statement is clearly faulty. Nope. You're lost? I'm lost too. But we're gonna load the previous save so we get our judge points back. Everyone's lost. No! Okay. Took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seemed to have been lost. Oh! Oh, is it this? Ah! Yoon, please, this game is so good. Navivi is trying to sell this game to Yoon. This case is just... Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture, and yet you would insist on denying its existence. Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold, this is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over. Turn it. Ah! What's this? Yes. Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew! Indeed, two men appeared to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear that, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here, where they were torn apart from each other. Why am I always here at these kinds of cases? Because this case is so unbelievably long that it's like stretching across all these streams. I literally started it like 4 or 5 streams ago. That's how long it is. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. But I'm pretty sure it's nearing the end, though, thankfully. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in this case ever reached you. What? What? Stop, it's been too long. Order! Order! But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor? Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be some more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. There's something wrong. You're back, Ellie? Welcome back. Unfortunately, we are still on this case. Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. What? That's... that thing? That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room? So you were right? Yeah, you were right. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Why is the song playing still? List of evidence of the SL9 incident. Half of the list was found at Gant's desk. Okay. Very well. Witness, will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong, Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Okay, so she's gonna testify again. Nuvivi, you know, that sucks, because you know how much of a faff it's gonna be to reinstall Genshin? It's 100 gigs. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder the prosecutor, Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
A-Dee, I downloaded BG, and it was like 300 gigabytes. Why don't you worry about that? BG? What is BG? Oh, Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. 300 gigs! That's insanity! No, you must be exaggerating. That's a lot. There's no way. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Alright. Press on that. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock I couldn't do anything. During the time the investigation team was reorganized, Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Scott. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind.
Excuse me, witness.
I'll build him for both of us.
But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
A flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. Oh, chat. We've moved from the Resident Evil talk to the Genshin talk. The lighting was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor. Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. This entire chat loves seeing you suffer. Why? No. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flash? After that, I must have fainted. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here! Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. Wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? All they do is talk about RE every single stream and then flex their zonglies. Flex their zonglies. That sounds like euphemism for something. No, of course not. I better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. No, Nuvivi, you're the mod. You control the chat. In a way. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. Well, there, A-Dee, that's enough. No, you're right. I'm sorry. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Oh, well. You can't control your friends about talking about RE? That's strange. She claims this isn't exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. Okay. Alright, contradiction time. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Is it? Wait! No, it can't be! It can't be, because of this? Stabbed in the back? Because the person was stabbed in the back, right? But this doesn't show them being stabbed in the back, maybe? Screw it. It's worth a shot. I'm trying it. Also, I'm going to save first, actually. Yes? Oh? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew, I've never shown off my characters, contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy?
Oh no. I have to... Thanks, Ellie. I appreciate you. Yeah, Ellie is amazing. Always positive. But I need help here. Is it... What kind of F-grade artist? No, don't be mean. Emma tried her best. I guess this? I think it's this part here.
I don't see what's so strange about that.
That's because the drawing stinks. No, Phoenix. Mr. Wright, how could you? The act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty. I guess he means I shouldn't shift the blame to others.
Yes, well, as long as the defense has learned its lesson.
I better take another look at the autopsy report in this picture.
Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out...
Okay. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? No! I can't pull up the autopsy report! No! Alright. Maybe the knife? The contradiction, of course, lies here! Take a look at the knife and the man is holding. It's a box? If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken.
Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? The tip is broken too. Please tell me you saved. I did, but I'm pretty sure I got it, so we're good.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. Check it now? Check what? No, we got it. We got it, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we got it. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. That's true.
Ah, what is it?
Oh, I didn't get to read that. Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right, but what does this mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure that she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There's another explanation. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, Wright. All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No.
Ah. Order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again to go over the events that took place the day of the murder. Oh, okay, we're getting a rundown of the full murder. Alright, this is probably good. Okay. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. Chad, do you ever really have like incredibly mundane dreams? Like so mundane you think the dream is a memory? Yes. Are you kidding me? All the time. And you just, hey, meow respect. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances there are being 2 broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? Emma's mistaken, there is another one? Maybe there's another one? If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright? In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. I can't save. I can't save. The real murder weapon. This? It can't be that, right? Oh, this! Maybe? Oh. I don't know. Cause it's not this knife, because we know, because that's the one they're talking about that it's not. So it's got to be something else, and this is, I want to say, I'm leaning toward this, but screw it, I'll do it, and I'll save after. If anything's broken here, it's you. Oh no. Huh? I'm sure this must all be very amusing to you, Mr. Wright, but may I remind you that fate of Miss Lana Skye hangs in the balance. Sorry, Your Honor. Please give me another chance. Alright, okay. I'm saving. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There is only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Okay. Nope, not that. Then I'll try the vase, I guess, right? Damn it. Let's reload that. So it's not the vase, and it's not the screwdriver. Then what could it be? Let's see. I was going to peer pressure them to join in the server. Where did Goldie go? I have no idea. Goldie does just dip whenever he feels like. But that's okay. I don't think it's this. A knife tip was in the wound? This, maybe? If anything's broken here, it's you. Damn it. Ideas, chat. Anything. Oh! Could it be the tip of Of the shield? Well, you saved, so just present any weapon there is. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here, inside this picture. This was the picture of the award ceremony. Oh, this was the picture of the award ceremony. Ah!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award prosecutor Marshall is holding? Cha. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
Order, order, order!
Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out his knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh? Oh! Wait, I don't get it.
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Wait! I remember now! I remember everything!
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth? What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back?
What? I knew it! This picture! I'm the one who drew it! What? What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Oh no. What does this mean? All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Wait, what? I have no idea. I'm so confused.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Sky?
I thought we all knew she drew it. Yes, Your Honor. That's the same song from first the knife mix-up, and now the Blue Badger? This should be interesting. What's selective memory? What? When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked. I rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the Blue Badger. What? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. What?
This is certainly most unusual.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. This case is... Please, stop! Don't pursue this any further! What? Ellie, I have absolutely no idea. I don't think anyone in this chat knows what's happening anymore.
Lana, what is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky, we've already come to this far. It's too late to turn back.
Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. What the heck is happening? All right, Emma's recollection. All right, 1 second, chat. Okay, so now everyone is completely confused. Let's figure out what's going on. When I saw that man raise his knife, he's having a breakdown? No. No. When you say that man, I assume you're referring to Joe Dark? Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? All I could really see were shadows. See, like, we're solving a case that happened 2 years ago. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what relevance does this have to this case now? The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. Who is Joe Dark and why does he ring a bell? Joe Dark is some killer. So then you... I panicked and rushed toward both of them. Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seemed convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. Then that Dark guy knocked me down. All I could think was, I've got to help that other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. What do you mean, you think? It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it was all kind of a blur. Miss Sky was almost killed before she was a witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. I'm going now, it's midnight, and I need sleep, otherwise my head will kill me. Oh, okay, have a great night!
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next?
Thanks for coming, Yoon, and I promise you we will finish this case soon, I promise, and then we can have some new content. I promise. I'm finishing this case before 2025. I will do it. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. Are you sure about this? Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up of this hideous beast. Okay, A-Dee, it's time for the 12-hour stream. No. Not today. Not today. Next week, if anything. If anything. Since this case doesn't look like it's ending. Next week. Not today. I got something important I gotta do today. But next week, I don't care how long it'll be. I don't care what plans I have. I'm finishing this case, no matter what. And I promise you that. And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion.
Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
So the Blue Badger really was there. Like, how absurd is that? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Zombies? Yeah. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had creepy horns. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. What are you guys talking about? It's not important. If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger, really? I just might know, I'm not sure. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what it could be, but I just might know, I'm not sure. It's gotta be, I know. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw it, its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Okay, what? Mr. Wright? In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. Oh, I need to save. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Okay, alright, I'm saving because I am gonna have to guess like a moaf. Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike. I have no idea. A-Dee, are you busty? What did you just say? It can't be this. Busy? Oh, busy. Hello, just woke up? Callum Connors, you just woke up. It's like the middle of the night for you. And unfortunately, I'm gonna end the stream soon. I genuinely have no idea what it could be. This is my only guess. I'll see. The mysterious blue badger was in fact... Oh! This! Holy crap, I got it right! But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? This judges. I've got to show them the correct angle to look at it. What? Okay. Is this the... What the heck? I have no idea. And it's gonna play this song until I figure it out. Oh no! Maybe like this? This is the only thing I can think of. Wait. This isn't right. I've got to make it look more like a badger. Allow me to remind the defense its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim. I've got to find just the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more, or horizontally? Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it. No. No, the music! I don't know. Chat, we're gonna be here forever. I have absolute... How do I... It's gotta be like this, right? Or something? Oh, let's see. Like, this is the only thing I could think of, right? The music? I know. You're gonna rip your hair out? I know. But it's this, isn't it? Like, surely this is it. Unless... Oh no. No! Damn it! Is this not what you just presented? Oh my god. Okay. Maybe like that? Or, wait. Upside down? No! I keep hitting the wrong button! Damn it. Okay. Alright, alright. Let's try. No? Okay. Face those things sticking out? So like... Nope. Like that, surely, right? Like, it looks pretty much identical to it. Surely that's it. Yeah! Yay! Well, is this a miracle or what? No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger. Unbelievable. No. It can't be. What is this game? Dude, we don't know. We actually don't know. Order! Order! A defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. I can't believe that Blue Badger came into play. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed, very well. Please tell us, what's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The location? Probably not the location. The murder weapon. That's plausible. The murderer. That's not plausible. I'm gonna say the murder weapon. Probably should have saved. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen the jar? Where? Location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testifies so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. What? Are you implying that the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. You know what that reason was, Mr. Wright. I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Wait, does anyone in chat know? Because I don't. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
What would that would have to have been the impact a man made when he knocked into the wall?
Chat is clueless. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. Meowworth showed up and then dipped, it seemed like. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf on the jar, in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit?
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword.
Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have to have had been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility?
Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this.
Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming that man, Emma Sky knocked away, was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. What? Wait, what? You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No! Did she just faint? I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented.
What the heck? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think that it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that, coming from you. Lana will now want to confess? Yes, we can hope. If you recall it, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about Emma, what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me. Wait, I should save. I don't know if I'm going to be asked for proof, but I should just save. Do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have any evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. Certainly can't get a dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. What's he thinking? Touché, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean, the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. One manner or another. That's impossible. Wait, what?
Well, Mr. Wright, this is only possible. Wait. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind is in this evidence. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? She really doesn't want that. Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. A-Dee is breaking it down again? No, I'm not. The truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased.
And I can't save. Okay. Could be this. Let me check it. Okay, nothing on the back. Let me check this. I do remember there being something inside of this, but... Huh, I guess there isn't anything inside. Okay, ideas? A piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. There is so much evidence in this trial. This is whack. I don't want to see that vase thing again. A message. Found on the... No. It's not this. Did you just say vase? Like that? Ew. New baby. Unless it's the blood. Evidence from SL9 incident. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. You sound so posh, Lamau. This is the message left by the deceased.
Is that Blue Badger from before, right?
Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely... Oh, yeah! You can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped away the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yet, there is a line here, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that apparently wiped away. Someone wiped away. The blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points. What? And the victim's message will become apparent. No. Why is she worried?
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I'm gonna save. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. The murderer's name. What on earth am I doing right now? What? What? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm playing Connect the Stars. Does that look like a letter anybody knows? Chat, do y'all know this letter? Oh, wait, these are... Oh, these are... Okay. I'm never gonna figure this out. Are you kidding me? Present that. Let's see what happens. I cannot read that. I don't think anyone can. What do you think? I came up with this message.
Yes. I feel like I'm teaching handwriting to a student who is all thumbs. Ah, fuck.
I think you should make him write out, "I won't do it again," 100 times. I never was much good at handwriting. I guess I'll check the court record.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe the bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make the letters. Okay. Chat. Ideas. So likely it'd be somebody here, right? Like, maybe somebody's initials or something? I have no idea. I wonder if there's anything else that can help me. Spell Emma? There's no way it'd be Emma. Actually, it does kind of look like Emma. See, like if this was the E, and then this right here is the M. Oh my god. Spell Gant? That's the first thing I tried. That's the first thing I tried, is to spell Gant. Wait. Does that mean it's really Emma? It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Really?
Of all people.
Chat, are we sure that says Emma?
She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
Was Emma Skye. So she's just guilty? See, Worthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. No. Chief Gant, do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were just the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but this case is... Chat, this case is wearing me down. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Ah! But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. Sorry, A-Dee? No, it's okay. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. You should have just played this one on your own. I would have if y'all would have told me. What? We're merely keepers of the law. I don't remember this being so long. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How could he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order! 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 At the next save point, I'm ending the stream. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Oh! Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Well, that's it. Oh my gosh. Okay, like I said, next stream will be the final Ace Attorney stream. I'm not for this game for how long has it been? I've been going for 3 hours and 8 minutes. I cannot keep going. I have to end this next stream. So thank you all for coming. 12-hour stream is coming, guys. Get excited. No, it's surely there's not 12 hours left. It's impossible. It's impossible. But thank everybody for coming. And hopefully we're gonna finish this next time. Pookie, are you promoting yourself? Cool. Thanks for coming, and hopefully we finish this next time, because this case is wearing me down, but and it's obvious that it's wearing chat down too, but I thank y'all for sticking with me. See y'all next week. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you later.